Kat, you're never going to believe what?
Okay.
I've got an amazing brand new AI tool that I've been playing about, and I've been using it specifically for our new menu.
Okay, I'm excited.
You should be excited.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, hopefully. You see, what I've gone for is that the photos that we took,
Yeah.
sometimes the lighting's a bit off, the UK weather doesn't quite work out that well. Maybe want a bit of a professional background. And luckily for you, this new tool that I've been playing with profusely, which is Google's Nano Banana. It's an AI.
I love the name.
Yeah, it's a fantastic name. And it's really easy to type as well because it's got about 6 N's in it.
Oh, yeah.
Banana. And so I've been using it. I used it for loads of work that I've done with Nigel, also to see what a slide would be like upstairs and all kind of thing.
Oh, I did see that on your LinkedIn.
Thank you. Love the promotion. And so here's what I've done essentially is that we started off with these kinds of pictures. So I'll put this on the screen overlaid.
Okay.
These kinds of pictures that we took during the photo shoot. And, it was sunny. It wasn't the best British weather. Some of the shadows are a bit wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we don't quite like the plating, all these kinds of things.
I tell you what, though, it's making me hungry.
It does make me, yeah.
I haven't had breakfast yet.
Oh, then we should have done this a bit later after lunch, perhaps. Yeah, they're pretty standard. Obviously, the plating looks great with Mark, and he's really gone to an effort to be able to make all this fresh homemade stuff that we've done. But it's not really dynamic. And so when we want it on the screens, or when we want to just market anything that we've got really and add a bit of energy, buzz, a bit of zump to it, then we can use this Nano Banana. So what I essentially did is I took these photos and I uploaded them into Nano Banana, and I said, okay, I want you to make the background more professional, maybe change the perspective so it's a bit less of a bird's eye, more of like a front-on view.
Yeah, okay,
I want you to maybe change the colour of the plate, or make sure it's got professional lighting, all these kinds of things. And the results that it came up with, which I will now show you, are quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks professional. It looks a lot cleaner. Any bits on the plates that were marks or dirty have been erased. The shadows are correct. The lighting is correct. It looks like we've taken them in a professional studio.
Yeah.
Here's the croissant with the match plate and the background as well. It's got on a little table. You can also have it so that there's a gradient on the background as well. I played around with a few of those. Here's the one in pink, in case you wanted to just pop like that. Here's the birches.
Birches, yeah.
Birches, yeah. And
what I like is that it hasn't tried to change the product. It's changing the background and, like all the lighting and whatnot, but it's not changing. Do you know when you use some tools, like sometimes, and it will just won't listen to you, will it? And it'll change like what the actual like premise of the picture, and that's not what you've asked. So I like the fact that it's still the product, but just looking its best.
Yeah, and always the prompt, the proof is in the prompt with this. Prompt is king.
Yeah.
And so it's always saying, make this have a professional background, lighting, change perspective, being really direct with all these things. When it gets to the video, it's a bit more skew with, as I'll show you, because it's actually quite funny. But you can see like how it just looks a lot more professional now. Whether we want this in a brochure, whether we want this on our website, social medias, we've gotten rid of any ambiguities and difficulties that were taken in the original capturing of it. This is one with another background, and then the pink as well. So I lifted all of these background colours from our brand book for the out of hours, and I said, make sure that the background is this. And this is the result that you get. And it pops. It's quite nice. You can obviously change this to any colour. I did gradients and some others as well.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, this is a cool one. It's obviously all of the birches now in a row and looking a lot more vivid with a gradient background this time that fades nicely into the white floor. This is with a completely green background.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, it just looks homely, doesn't it? It looks like, it's something that should be served in your home. And this is the power of Nano Banana. We didn't need a professional photographer.
Yeah.
Holly's great, but we didn't have to pay hundreds of quid for a professional photographer. Yeah, so this is our chicken and bacon crumpet, whereas just walking past just being like, yum, that looks amazing. Yes.
So could you, in that, sorry, if you go back to
this one,
so could you then upload a picture of the Mill Street Coffee House?
Yeah.
And ask it to do the same with that as the background image?
But yeah, we could absolutely do that. Just take a photo and say merge them. And Nano Banana is really good at merging photos. I've seen people do it for like LinkedIn photos. So they would put in a photo of them like just smiling, wearing casual clothes, and then they'd put in a photo of like a suit that they liked and said, right, put the suit. They don't have to be, it doesn't have to be them wearing the suit, but just a suit that they like, and say map it on. And then they've got this LinkedIn photo with a really cool suit that they like. So you can, Nano Banana is really good for just saying, oh, merge these two photos, really. It could be a tiger in 1 Mill Street, for example, and it would do all of that. It would take out the background, it would cut it and paste it, merge it, and make sure that the lighting for each of the matches as well. It's insanely clever to do in 10 seconds.
It's so good.
So let's take this one step further. And I thought, this is great, but it doesn't really sell the sizzle a bit more. So what I did is I took it one step further and I said, right, let's create some videos. So first of all, I can't remember which one is which, but let's start here. This is the chicken and waffles. And I just said, make it cinematic, you know, that Lazy Susan type thing. And this is all taken from, essentially, that one photo that we took on the terrace of the crumpets and
the loaded
chicken.
crumpets.
Loaded crumpets, yeah. And from that, we generated a professional image and then said, animate that. And Google has managed to create a whole virtual environment that the camera then pans round. And
even though it doesn't know what the other side of it looked like, so it didn't have that perspective.
Yeah, it all generated it and everything. So you can imagine this in the 1 Mill Street background instead. Then moving backwards onto the next one.
That's crazy.
This is the crumpets. More loaded crumpets, but with the eggs.
Eggy crumpets.
Eggy crumpets.
You're doing all the spoilers here.
Well, how else are we going to sell it if we don't tell them what they can buy? But yeah, the eggy crumpets, you know, be more cinematic, slow zoom in, all these kinds of things. Really dishing out my film studies knowledge here, which is very minimal. But all these kinds of things. And then this is the birches.
My goodness.
Love a bit of a Lazy Susan there. And again, it's just creating all of this from one singular image. It was able to guess what the rest of it looks like. And that's what AI does. It, you know, takes past data and it kind of infers what it could be in the future.
I mean, that's like a TV advert almost. You know what
I know.
I mean?
And we've done it with zero spend and just like an iPhone camera, essentially, of taking some stuff on the terrace in one afternoon. So you can imagine what this would be like, you know, blown up, and how cinematic it'll look, how great it'll look on our screens.
It just makes it like super accessible, doesn't it, for people to have that polished.
Yeah, literally anyone can take their products or just pictures and make them so much more professional instantly. You know, that demo that we did took 10 seconds. The video generation takes a bit longer usually, but
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, 30 seconds, I think, you know, heck of a long time. And yeah, more birches, more of like panning around, making it look cinematic and all sorts of stuff. You can imagine seeing this like on the coffee house screens or anything.
Yeah.
It's giving Starbucks energy, you know. And then the
Croissant.
This is the croissant, yeah. This is the first demo of it, and I was like, this isn't really that great, you know. It moves in and it has 2 different shots, and it didn't quite make sense. So I re-prompted it, and it came out with this thing.
Oh wow!
And it even has music.
It even has music.
But that looks so cinematic, doesn't it? That just looks so cool. Like, I would eat that. The way that the strawberries just like jump out. I'm not going to have any of the music. But that shot just there, where it's really close in, was great. And then I said, okay, just make it one long continuous shot versus like chopping and changing, really. And it came up with this one. And it's that middle bit that is what we would see. That's like the cinematic filter or lens that we put on it. That looks cool, doesn't it?
Really cool.
Just from like one photo. We just took one photo and you get this. And then, yeah, I did it with the birches. This is a fun one.
The cherry on top with that, that'd be good on the screen in the coffee house, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what? It's important that the visuals are really nice because people, they eat with their eyes. That's
They
the whole
so
thing,
do.
isn't it?
You're exactly right. Oh, with these, I was like, oh, it's got some nice garnish. Maybe we should have the garnishing like falling from the ceiling. That would look really cool. And then it just overwhelmed on the garnish.
Oh, wow. But a simple prompt back saying, hey, too much.
Slow down on the garnish.
It's not grass cuttings.
Too much garnish.
I mean, listen, not without its limitations, but so impressive.
Just imagine like what it would have taken to be able to get a shot like that done professionally, like a Burger King or a McDonald's. You're talking like team of 6 people, 20 years of experience, the right cameras, everything.
Yeah.
This I did on my laptop with my morning matcha. So it's all great stuff. And I think utilising this, putting it on the screens, just brings it more to life for everyone and makes me a lot hungrier as well now.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna have to go get some food. I'm gonna play with Nano Banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should. It's free. It's awesome. I'm a big fan.